everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This isn't my normal intro, but it is raining outside today. Today is Monday, June 30th, and my goal was to hit 200 subscribers, and I did it. Thank you so much. You don't know how much that means to me. So on this week's, do you call it a blog or is it a vlog? Whichever, on this week's episode, I wanted to discuss the stress of owning a handmade business when you're the only person who works for it. Um, I sell on several platforms: Etsy, eBay, Amazon, Facebook, Fair Whole Goods, and I think that might be it. I do have a couple things on TikTok, but like I've said before, I don't know what I'm doing there. Anyways, for me, it can get stressful because sometimes I get a lot of orders from Fair Whole Goods, and those normally need to ship immediately. And like, if you can see these soap scrubbies, I've got 10 more of these to do, and I want to try to have them done and shipped out by Thursday. In the meantime, I also work part-time, and this week my mom is having a small surgery, which is tomorrow. So I have to take off work tomorrow to get her to the hospital, and then she will spend the night, and then I'll have to go back Wednesday and get her. And then I'm not sure if my brother, my sister, or me, which one of us she'll stay with after that. So there's a stressor in there too, because sorry about that. I had to compose for a second. Yeah, I still can't do it. Okay, I think I'm fine. Sorry. Anyways, as I was saying, so far, a small business, which I consider myself a handmade business where you're making absolutely everything all by yourself. You're doing all your listings, you're doing all your bookkeeping, and all your advertising, which basically the only advertising I do is I post on my Facebook page that I have. I don't run any ads anymore. I used to run ads, but it took up, I felt like I didn't get as many orders. Okay, stop licking me. I felt like I didn't get as many orders as much as I was paying for advertising. Um, Another thing is this that I'm working on. This is my Amazon FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, and I need to have 20 of these sent in 6 days, and I've got 3 done. There's another stressor. But I will say I absolutely love making things and selling to people or giving them away when I can. So if you ever order from me, I love making it. It just does become a little stressful when you are so far behind. And plus, if I would turn the camera around, if you watched any of my other videos, um, I have 3 bags for 3 t-shirt quilts. Now, the lady didn't give me a cutoff time when she needed them, which that's a no-no with me. I need cutoff times. And so now I'm going to have to force myself to have a cutoff time. I was going to start them last week, but things didn't pan out. So, and this week it's not going to pan out. So hopefully next week I can get started on them. So what I want to know is, how do you deal with the stress of running your own business, whether it be crocheting or sewing or making hats or afghans or whatever handmade item. How do you deal with the stress of it? Because I do my own bookkeeping, which that's what I do for my real job, and I do it for our farm. And I'm burnt out. I am so burnt out on bookkeeping, I can hardly see straight. This right here is all I want to do. I cannot watch TV without crocheting. If I watch TV without crocheting, it doesn't last very long because I don't have, I guess my hands need to be moving. I don't know. But one way I do try to beat the stress is I will finally just take a day off. I won't crochet, I won't sew. I will just do something that is off the wall. Go shopping for a couple of hours, um, go hang out with a friend. I have tried to set where I don't work on the weekends anymore all day like I used to. Um, I will come out here in the morning. My husband works a weird shift, so he usually sleeps till noon. So I'll come out here in the mornings and I will crochet till about noon, go fix some lunch, and then I'm usually done. I don't clean my house anymore. Basically, I'm never in there just to sleep and eat food. So it pretty well stays maintained. I guess I do have to do laundry, but I do that on the weekend. It doesn't take very long. I do have a toddler child that's very needy, as you can see. This is where he likes to perch most of the time. But that's one way I combat it is just to take off. Don't feel like I need to hit any deadlines. I'm just going to take my Saturdays off and my Sundays. I will be taking my crochet with me tomorrow to the hospital because what is there really to do in a waiting room besides try to take your mind off of it? Her procedure isn't a huge thing. I mean, it is, but it isn't. She's getting a defibrillator pacemaker put in, and I think she's pretty scared about it, but I'm sure things will go just fine. Um, Tomorrow, if I get time, I'll pop in and give you an update on her. This is also the 4th of July week, and on Friday, which I actually have that day off, and I actually have plans. There will be no, I'm taking time off again. Um, Also, I guess a little stress is I do have a pretty large craft fair coming up in October. I know that's what, 3 months away, but every year, this will be my third year, third or fourth. The first, every year I keep selling more, and it's because I'm taking more. I'm trying to narrow it down to more of one. I like more key fobs, more wallets, shoulder bags. I took 3 the last time. I didn't know if they would sell. First 3 things that sold were my shoulder bags, and that's all I had. So I'm trying to get up on those. The same thing with knit hats. I think I can't remember how many I took. The first year I only took 10 and I sold out. Last year, I'm pretty sure I might have had around 20 and I came home with 2 or 3. So I don't mean more by more variety. I have found out the more variety you have, I think it draws attraction away. So I am trying to make more of maybe 4 to 5 different things. So if you have any suggestions on how to relieve stress for being a only person running a small business, I would love to hear all of your suggestions. I just want to give a little update on my mom. Her procedure went well. Um, I had to leave here for the hospital at 7 o'clock this morning. My brother got her there this morning because she had to be there by 6, and it was on his way to the hospital. She's on his way, so he picked her up. Her procedure was at 8:45, and she got out about 11:30, I think. So she's doing fine. She has to spend the night, and then I have to go pick her up tomorrow. I really don't know what time because they never gave us a time. It's basically whenever the doctor does his rounds, and if he decides to let her go home, as long as she did okay through the night. So that's one relief off my chest. Another thing, like with stress with having your own business, I took yarn with me today because I knew I was going to have at least 2 hours to need to do something. And for those 2 hours, me, my brother and sister, and my aunt, we basically just sat and talked, which was really nice. But then, on my way home, then I feel guilty because I have an order I need to get out by Thursday. I'm pretty sure I can make it, but then you feel guilty because you didn't work on it. So I'm working on that with the not feeling guilty. I need to go at a slower pace for myself. Um, it's not really always about making the money. For me, I would love to be able to quit my part-time job and only do this. I actually keep trying to convince my husband of this, and he's not agreeing with me. But I feel like if I had more time to put towards my handmade business, that I could get more done and not feel stressed, but he's not quite grasping that. Um, I'm still working on him. So that's my news for today. I'm not sure if I'm going to end the video here. I might come up with some more stress relievers. I'll try to at least. But if I do, thank you again. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe would be wonderful. I did check my YouTube this morning, and I had 201 subscribers, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Today is Wednesday. I called my mom this morning about 9 o'clock. I told her I would be there. I would leave at 10 to come get her from the hospital. And the doctor hadn't been in yet. And she called me right before I was getting ready to leave. And she said, don't bother coming because they don't know when I'm going to get out of here today. I will call you. So we're going on, I don't know, 1:30, almost 2 o'clock. And she's still not been released. But in the meantime, I did get these scrubbies done, and they're getting ready to be put in the mail tomorrow. One more thing off my list of stressful things. Sneak peek at next week's video.